Alright, so this is part 2 of the Topic 3 test review. Once again, you should have your copy out if you're watching this video, because like I said in the first video, I don't have a copy of the test to write on, so I'm just reading these problems aloud and working them out as we go. So if we look at, I finished up with number 6, the last problem, so if we look at number 7, it says there are 36 large fish tanks at the zoo. So that's important. And during your test, you can underline these, but if I'm working it out on a scratch paper, I like to write it down. So there's 36 large fish tanks. Okay. And then it says each tank holds 205 gallons of water. So each one holds 205 gallons of water. All right, so it says how many gallons of water would it take to fill all of the tanks? Well, instead of adding 205 36 times, I'm just going to multiply. So I'm going to set it up. 205 times 36. And here's where I multiply, and I can get my answer quick and easy. 6 times 5 is 30, so I drop my 0. I regroup my 3 to be added. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. 6 times 2, that's 12. So I've got my first partial product done. Now I have to add my placeholder in order to multiply by my tens. 3 times 5 is 15, so I drop my 5. I regroup my 1. I'll change that 3 to a 1, the big block 1. 3 times 0 is 0, plus that 1 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. So now I can add both of these partial products to get my total gallons of water for 36 large fish tanks. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 5 plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 plus 1 is 3, and 6 plus 1 is 7. So my 36 large fish tanks in total can hold 7,380 gallons of water. And this also has a box for you to work this out in or write your answer in. You will be provided a piece of scratch paper for the test tomorrow. Okay? That looks like a decimal, so I'm going to make it more of a comma. Let's look at number 8. Number 8 says, Kai ordered 1,012 baseball cards. So 1,012 baseball cards. Okay. It says Sharon ordered 5 times as many. So if you read the question or you listen to the video, I'm telling you what to do. 5 times as many cards as Kai. Sharon ordered 5 times as many cards as Kai. So that must mean I have to multiply or times 112 by 5. And it gives you a little picture, and it says Sharon's name next to it, and it has 5 blocks of 112. That's one way to do it. You can add 1,012 5 times, or you can just multiply 1,012 by 5. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take 1,012 times 5. This should be pretty simple because you're only multiplying by one digit. So there is no placeholder here. Okay, so 5 times 2 is 10. So I drop my 0. I regroup my 1 to be added. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 1 is 5. So how many cards did Sharon order? Sorry, my screen keeps going dark. Sharon ordered 5,060 baseball cards. I would accept 5,060. You don't have to write it out like I did, but just to clarify what we're talking about, Sharon ordered 5,060 baseball cards. And that's it for number 8. Okay, let's look at number 9. Number 9 is just a simple multiplication problem. It says multiply. So number 9 says multiply. 289 times 16. Okay, so I start with my ones. 6 times 9, that's 54. So I drop my 4. I regroup my 5 to be added. 6 times 8 is 48. plus 5. I'm going to count on my fingers if I can't do that in my head. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So my 3 comes down, and my 5 gets regrouped to the hundreds place to be added. 6 times 2, that's 12, plus 5, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So now I have my first partial product, which is 1734, or 1,734. Then I have to have a placeholder here in order to move to my tens. So 1 times 9 is 9, 1 times 8 is 8, and 1 times 2 is 2. Once I add these two partial products, I have my exact product and I'm done. So 4 plus 0 is 4. 9 plus 3 is 12. So I'm going to drop my 2. I'm going to regroup my 1. 8 plus 7, that's 15. Plus 1 more is 16. So I'm going to drop my 6, regroup my 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Plus 1 more is 4. So my total product is 4,624. And that's it for number 9. Number 10, this is going to be a little bit more difficult to show you without having the chart here. But basically, I'll just really quickly try to draw the chart. So you have a chart that looks like this. Over here to the side, you have some numbers. So on this first row, you have 12 times 10 to the 0. In my second column, you have 12 times 100. In the third column, you have 12 times 10 to the third. And I'm going to make another column over here. And then my last column, you have 12 times 10 to the 1. Sorry, that's really small. All right. And then over on this side, we have a list of numbers. We've got 1,200. We've got 120. The next one is 12. And then the last column, or the last row is 12,000. So 12,000. So basically what you have to do here is you have to match each number on the left, which is, here's the left, with an equivalent expression. So these are my expressions up here. So the easiest way to do this is to count the zeros in each number. So I've got 1, 2 zeros here. Which expression has 2 zeros? This says 10 to the 0, this has 100, this has 3, and this has 1, because we're looking at our exponents. Well, which one up here has 2 zeros? This one does, so I'm going to check the box. The next one is 120. Which one has 1 0? That one is going to be this box, 12 times 10 to the 1, because this one exponent tells me that there's 1 0. 12, no zeros. My battery's about to die, so I'm going to try to, let me plug it up real quick. So let me pause this, see if it'll reach, and it will. We are in luck. All right, we're back in business. Okay, so 12 doesn't have any zeros. So which one up here tells us that we have 0 zeros or no zeros? It's going to be this one with the exponent of 0. So I'm going to check here. The last one, I've got 3 zeros. I have one option left. 3 zeros, 3 exponents, same thing. Mark a check. That's number 10. Number 11, it says select all the expressions, all, that are equal to 3 times 10 to the third. So my advice that I gave you in class, and my advice now, is to first solve what is 3 times 10 to the third. Well, 3 times 1 is 3. And then I have to add 3 zeros, or not add, but place 3 zeros behind it. 1, 2, 3, and I know that's 3,000. Then I have some options. I've got 3 times 1,000. I've got 3 times 100. I've got 30 times 100. I've got 300 times 100. And then I've got 300 times 10. And there's little boxes here for you to check. Hint, hint, wink, wink. my advice would be to solve all of these to see which ones give you 3,000. Whenever you have a question that says select all that apply, chances are you're going to have more than one answer, and it's very important that you get all of those answers. So 3 times 1,000, 3 times 1 is 3. I've got to add 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. Does that match this? It does, so I'm going to check it. So this is one of my answers. 3 times 100. 3 times 1 is 3. Add 2 zeros. 300 is not 3,000, so that one's not an answer. 30 times 100. Well, 3 times 1 is 3. And then how many zeros do I have in all? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Does 3,000 equal 3,000? It does. So this is one of my answers. Next, 300 times 100. 3 times 1 is 3. But now I can count my zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, comma. So that's 30,000. 30,000, is that equal to 3,000? It's not. So we're going to leave that one blank. And then the last one, 300 times 10. 3 times 1 is 3. And then I have 1, 2, 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. So does 3,000 equal 3,000? It does. So that would be my last answer. So there's 3 answers here. Okay, and I know this is on the opposite side of the paper, which is going to bother me just a tad, but it's okay. We're going to go with it because it's just a white piece of paper. So here's number 12. And number 12 says, Roseanne has 142 songs on her MP3 player. Wow, it's taken me back. MP3 players have been gone for a long time. Teresa has 11 times as many songs as Roseanne. So if Roseanne, I'm going to label her R, has 142 songs, and Teresa has 11 times as many, how many songs does Teresa have? All I have to do is multiply, guys. So 142 times 11. So I'll start with my ones. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. Add my placeholder so that way I can move to my tens. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. I can add these two partial products together. 2 plus 0 is 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 plus 1 is 5. And 1 plus nothing is 1. So that means that Teresa, who I've labeled T, has 1,562 songs. Okay, and that's our test. So I hope you found this helpful. Feel free to review this video with your study guide in hand to make sure you have the correct answers. This study guide is exactly like your test. The only difference is the questions are different and the numbers are different. I believe in you. I know you can do it. So good luck tomorrow. I will be here to cheer you on. And if you need anything else, just let me know.